So, Richard, what is auto-enrolment?
Well, Chris, auto-enrolment is a government-led initiative where every single employer in the land is going to be expected to auto-enrol their members of staff into a qualifying workplace pension scheme.
And who does it affect?
Well, it's going to affect all employers, but it's being staged. So the largest employers have already staged. It started in April 2012. We're now moving into the SME market, where when we get to less than 30 employees, it's going to be driven by their payroll reference number. So I'd strongly recommend that all employers go onto the Pensions Regulator website, enter their reference number, and they will be given their staging date.
So what is the biggest challenge that employers will face?
Well, the biggest challenge, Chris, is actually assessing the workforce. Most people think it's just setting up the pension, but it's not. This is a process-driven piece of legislation. They've got to assess their workforce each and every pay reference period. So you can imagine if you've got a weekly payroll, that has to be assessed each week, which is complicated and takes planning.
And what would you advise employers to do?
Well, Chris, employers can actually do the whole process themselves if they want. They'd have to source a pension provider, a suitable pension. They'd have to decide how they're going to assess their workforce, whether they use the provider software, they pay for a middleware software solution, or they indeed speak to their current payroll provider. We've spent a lot of time at Visionary trying to simplify the whole process for the employer to make it a one-stop shop. So we start with the assessment, through to the communication, through to the pension deductions. With us, we will do the whole process from start to finish to simplify it for the employer.